Hey, what's up? Ryan here. What I'm going to be doing is a single take. I'm going to start my watch and then I'm going to go through bear, monkey, frogger, and crab, and I'll be doing 5 rounds of that. In the very beginning, I'll be focusing on just doing the very basic versions. The second round, I'll do a variation. Third round will be back to the basics. Fourth round will be a different variation. The final 5th round is going to be back to the basics. Every minute, my watch will beep and it will just let me know that I go on to the next thing. Got those written on the board back there behind me. Don't worry about that. When I'm doing this, I'll let you know what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get going here in a little bit. Again, very raw video, single take. I haven't even warmed up yet. I actually use this sort of kind of like my warm up on the days that I don't do anything else. And so today's one of those days. Thought I'd shoot the video. Let's get going. I'm going to start my watch here. The old Garmin Fenix 6X. I'm just going to start off with the bear. Here we go. And again, in the beginning, all I'm doing here is kind of warming up. I'm kind of feeling things out. Always start off with the most basic version of the bear when I do this. Again, it's going to be 20 minutes, so each movement is going to be a single minute. I'm just going to keep going back and forth. Feeling things out in the beginning, kind of warming things up. Today I'm really feeling it in my hamstrings. So again, if you have gone through Elements, you're going to know all of the movements in here. But it's just a matter of just continuing to move and go through the bear, the monkey, the frogger, the crab, variations of it, 20 minutes straight. Some of you, this might be too much. 20 minutes might be just way too much. So going on to the monkey next. Again, really nice and easy. Sitting into my squat. I'm not rushing through anything when I'm doing this. I'm talking, so obviously I have my mouth open when I perform these movements. The reason I mention that is because I try to focus on nasal breathing whenever I'm doing these. Again, right now, I'm just kind of feeling what's going on in my body. The cool thing about this and going for a minute instead of, for example, like a repetition or a length, for example, like distance, is that it doesn't matter what kind of space you have. If you've got like a hallway in your house, or just even in your bedroom, and you only have a little bit of space to do this in, then you can do it. It's pretty cool. All right, so froggers are next. Feeling things out, getting things going. Again, in the very beginning here, all I'm doing is the very basic version. Trying not to hurry through it. Just feeling what's going on. My ankle's still pretty tight so far. Takes me a little while to get the ankle good and going. You know, and again, as I mentioned earlier, I kind of use this as a warm-up. The first movements. This works well for anything. So if you're doing some locomotion in your session, you just start off with the bear, monkey, and the frogger at a nice pace. You set your watch for a minute if you'd like, or just go for a feel. You know, how is it feeling? Does it mean you have to do exactly 1 minute? I'm starting by going forward, and then I'll go backwards with the crab. The second round, I'll be doing left and then right. So you'll see when I do it. After this crab, I'm going to go back and cycle through bear, monkey, frog, or crab, but I'll be doing a variation. The first variation I'm going to be doing for the bear is going to be the twisting bear. Coming up here in a bit. Here we go. Bree is being a good girl in her bed, sleeping. Now, because this is the second round, I'm feeling a little better with this. It's not that I'm going fast, but I'm not necessarily going super slow. So if I were just learning these movements, then yeah, I would be slowing things down, really focus on what's going on with the form, but I've done these literally hundreds and hundreds of times. So I know what I'm looking for when I'm doing this. For me, I just, keeping my shoulder over my hand and focusing on dropping in. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, straight leg monkey. Really focusing on pushing down and through the floor when I'm doing this. If you've never done this before, then feel free to bend your knees just a little bit. I'm locking my legs out when I do it. If you're working on press to handstand or something like that, next couple movements are going to be great for that. This is a monkey straight leg. And after this, I'm going to be doing straight leg frogger. Really focus in on my breathing. So notice that my breathing is not labored at all. Pretty chill when I'm doing this. I mean, this isn't like just killing myself to do these movements. Really focusing on what's going on in the body. Notice that it looks kind of like press the handstand. Making sure I'm locking everything out. Pulling with my core. When I'm doing this, it's a great way to prep yourself for the press the handstand if you happen to be working on a press the handstand. You can also be focused on flexibility. If that's what you're after, for example, bringing the feet further forward. Today, that's not my focus. I'm just pushing down and through the ground. Feel for what's going on in my scaps, shoulder blades. There we go. This time, I'm going to go, in this case, to the right for the crab. And I'll just reverse the motion. So this is the first round of variations. After this, we'll go back to the bear. If you are working with me when you're doing this right now, think about what is a good variation for you. And what I mean by that is, as I go through the fourth round, where I show not advanced, but harder variations, it doesn't mean that you need to do the exact ones that I'm doing. Those are difficult for you. Then do what you need to do. This time around, I'm going to do backwards bear. I don't do that in the very first round, but kind of changing things up here. But this is the basic bear. That's just what I'm after. So again, if you've gone through Elements, these movements are going to be familiar. Now I'm good and warmed up.
I mean, this could be a full workout depending on your level. For me, this is more like a warm-up. Doesn't mean that your warm-up should be this, but try and change things up a little bit with the monkey rather than trying to stay straight on. I'll twist a little bit. Again, focus on what's good for you and where you are with these movements. That's really the big thing. Probably notice my ankle's still kind of not 100% warmed up just yet. Just fine, whatever. I'm locking my arms out when I do this. Going at a pace that's good for my breathing. So I can continue to talk. I'm not overdoing it. This isn't a stamina session for me, if you will, where I really just push myself really hard and go as fast as I can. That's not what I'm after with these. Some of you might get to the third round and be like, you know what? I'm done. That's totally cool. Ooh, starting to feel in the hips. Yeah. For those of you who haven't gone through Elements in a while, you'll probably have flashbacks to the Frogger. Everybody says that, oh man, my hips. All right, so next up, we've got leg thread. So a variation of the bear. So this round is where things kind of start to pick up. Halfway there, and I'm not worried about the transition. I'm just turning around, so just do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna hang out here so I can do the next one, which is long leg monkey classic. Get a good stretch in there. Yeah, I love these. Yeah, I noticed my heel's not even down today. Oh well. It is what it is. I'll work on my ankle later. All right, what do we got next? Baby froggers. And I'm gonna bend my arms today. If you're not comfortable doing these, just keep your arms straight. I'm trying to keep my elbows in when I do this. I think this is the toughest one. All right, and what are we on? Yeah. For the frog, or pardon me, the crab, I'm just doing left, right, forward, backward. That's it. Nothing special. Especially after that last baby frogger. Just keep things going. And notice I'm not bringing my hips up that high. Again, it's whatever you want to do that day. Wherever you're at. For me, really, I'm just trying to just keep going. Get good and warm. Next up is the last round. Oh, there we go. And it's just gonna be back to the bear, regular bear. And I kind of use this one and slow things down. I really focus more like on a stretch. So that way, after this, when I get into my session, the rest of my session, I haven't blown myself out in terms of like exhausted myself for whatever I have coming up. Actually, after this, I've got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practice. So this is a great warm-up for me. We do warm-ups for class, but for me, I kind of need a little extra. Get things going before the standard warm-up that we do. And so this little session is a good one for me. All right, monkey. Yeah, I love this. I mean, this is the last round and it goes by really quickly. And the thing is it's fun because, I mean, you're not just doing the basic bear, monkey, frog, or crab. You're adding in some variations. And by the way, you throw in any variation you want. I just like to come back to the basics between each of those rounds. And again, depending on what's going on that day, it could be my warm-up, it could be a finisher, albeit kind of a long finisher, 20 minutes. You could actually shorten it though, just make it, yeah, like 5 minutes or something. And just go through one round. And then that last minute, you can use as like just a free flow kind of thing. And just go between bear, monkey, frog, or crab, like focusing on transitions and really just having fun with it. There's some different variations of the frogger. Today I'm just doing very, very, very basic frogger. Not even really going through tabletop position. So finishing up now. It's the last minute. Did I mess it up? I feel like I missed something. Because I've got an extra minute, but yeah. Should be it. Yep. Maybe I missed something, I don't know. But basically, it's cool. Went through it, I'm feeling good. Really warm. My breathing is back to normal. In that third round, excuse me, the fourth round, my breathing kind of shot up a little bit, which lets me know my heart rate obviously went up, and that's cool. big thing is just bringing it all together and making sure that I'm good to go for whatever it is that I'm doing that day. So that's just an example of a little conditioning circuit, if you will, that you can do. I thought it'd be kind of fun to share with you. And yeah, from time to time, put this video back on, we'll do it together, and have fun with it. Let me know how it goes. Check out some of the other videos we got. Enjoy. All right, so I just went back and reviewed the video, and I did forget to do one of the crab walks, and I believe that was on round 3. So apologize for that, but you know what? Again, it's fine, whatever, okay? The thing about this is that you're working and doing the things that are good for you. I forgot the crab. I'm still fine. It's not the end of the world. But something you could do if you are going back and using this video to work along with me, then, I don't know, just do some extra crab at the very, very end of the last round. Whatever, okay? So have fun with this. That's really the big thing. So many different ways that you can use this. It doesn't have to be 5 rounds. It could be 1 round, okay? It could be whatever it needs to be for you. Be sure to use movements that are appropriate for your particular level and the particular thing that you're working on that day. You could change the focus so that's focused more on strength. And so you're working more, for example, on the Spider-Man. You're adding in some bent arm bear. You're maybe working on, I don't know, just things that are really going to tax you a bit more. In that case, you probably don't want to go the full 5 rounds. Then the other way to look at it too is if you're just wanting to focus on flexibility. So you can choose movements and stick with those movements. For example, always coming back to the straight leg monkey or the straight leg frogger to improve your hamstring strength. Or again, if you need better compression for the press to the handstand, the straight leg frogger is also a great movement to use for that. There's so many different options that you can do and ways that you can change this up for yourself. All right, leave a comment, let me know what you think of it, and if there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know. Cheers.